I'm just trying to see if I can reach. Maybe, here's the man himself. Here he comes, the man. Come on. There we go.
There you go.
There we go. Mr. Cook. How's it
Hello,
going?
hello, hello.
How you doing?
Watching football,
Good
eh?
morning, sir.
Might as
Good
well.
morning.
In the background. It's always good.
You know, in 1961, when
Mhm.
I returned from living in the UK in Bucks for
Hearing
3 years,
Oh, there he is.
I played soccer like God compared to any fifth grader on the playground.
Hey, sports for the blind. How you doing? Hope you're keeping well. Good to see you. Yeah, it's all. This is Liverpool. This is West Ham United versus Liverpool. So,
Now, it's the devil's side of me wanting to ask: is this copyrighted material that you're showing? Because
um,
the
I'm
NFL
sorry.
game, like like Richard was talking about the Super Bowl, you couldn't show the Super Bowl game on Haps TV. I don't think, unless you had
No,
a letter of
that would
permission.
be, yeah, yeah. I think this is the same with soccer there too,
Yeah,
guy. It just
This is a free stream.
it's
This is a free stream
a
website. So
dicey thing
uh,
here.
I am being a bit. It's been a bit dicey, but it's you can barely see it
yeah,
unless you've got exceedingly great eyesight. It's not the most. It could just be a lot of
right.
people running around.
Now, do
So
they have people in the stands at all?
no, everything's
Ah,
no. There's no people in the stands.
okay.
It's
Because the
empty.
last time I watched a playoff game,
Yeah.
when they had the Kansas City was in the playoff game, they had a few fans, like 25% capacity probably in the
Mhm.
stands to
I
watch the
almost want
game.
to say it was more than that guy because it looked like that was the most
Yeah, there was a lot
spectators
of
I've seen
red.
at a football
There was a
game.
lot
Yeah,
of
oh, yeah,
red up there.
definitely. Yeah.
So what you got? What you got planned the week ahead, guy? Anything
Uh,
exciting?
well, the week coming up, I'm going to do a promotion for Route 6 store about the letters section.
Okay.
I found out just a couple of days ago that the email address that we'd set up. So we'll pick on Richard since he's taking a drink. He can't talk. Say he lives on U.S. Route 6, and he wants to write a letter. Well, my adventure on Route 6 was blah blah blah. Okay, and he sends that email into route6tour.com. The email was going poof up into the Ethernet wherever they go when the address is wrong. And so I've got that fixed and working right now. So this coming week, I'll start dropping the bomb, as it were, to say, hey, if you've got something to say, here's where to send it, and blah blah blah. You know that adventure is going to happen. I The best thing I've done recently, Fraser, I signed up for a thing called Hrefs Webmaster Tools. Remember Google used to call it Webmaster Tools years ago? Well, now this site, this dedicated to SEO efforts, Ahrefs, has got a Webmaster Toolkit, and it's free. Um, and so I done a site audit, and they said, "Oh, you're getting a 404 error. There's pages listed in the sitemap that are coming up as 404." I, oh my God, how can that be? So I went and looked at the URLs that were affected. I had over 300 instances of www.route6tour.com in the sitemap, and the canonical link, the absolute where the buck stops link, is without the www. You just go route6tour.com and bazinga, you're in there. And so I edited the sitemap. Thank God it wasn't a WordPress adventure or something like that. It was just done old school way, and it's just basically a text file. So you just do find and replace for everything that's wrong and correct it. So that's going to be a good thing.
Let's go. Let's bring you up.
Excuse me for a minute, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
I'm just
I'm looking
yes.
at Richard's profile says USAF, United States Air Force firefighter.
Yeah.
My dad is a veteran of the Air Force.
There we go.
What a small world, eh?
Exactly. So what you so are you enjoying Haps? You just using it? You're using it quite a lot for
Um,
the cooker.
I'm using Haps to talk to people I know, like you.
Okay.
Uh,
Just,
the people that are just on here talking about whatever they're talking about
mhm.
doesn't really put wind in the sails. I have yet to find one that I said, "Oh my God, I'm so glad I learned that." You know, some of the things have been fun, but at the bottom line is I'm sort of niching it into the same spot on the bookshelf as Blab. When you want to go waste some time
Yeah.
doing nothing productive, go in there, and that's
Yeah.
where I've kind of I don't know earmarked it. I guess like people are
Yeah.
saying, "Are you going to do the HAPS challenge?" Well, not very likely. Uh,
Well, what
the
you
HAPS,
can, I'm not doing it, but me, I'm sort of just, I've hashtagged it today to, if I can get another 40, 55 people viewing this, I will have reached the target for today. And I'll my
yeah,
number one of that. So I'm trying to just, how many people can I reach to 250 just for the sake of get that number one on my list. I'm going to actually
yeah.
invite. I'm going to see if I can
Well,
invite. That's what I need to do.
I think being that you work for the company that likes to clean, and you
Yes.
know the guy real well that works there,
Yeah, I
I
think I
would
do.
do. I would do. I like your shows on HAPS where you do walks about in Edinburgh, and you're doing a lot of the history. Like you're not just saying, "Oh, look, there's a big stone building." Well, you're
Yeah.
not only doing that, but you're saying, "Well, that's the blah blah blah, whatever it is." Kind of an
Mhm.
explanation.
We're having oh, there's the man
Oh,
himself. I'll stop screen
what?
sharing just in case his
That
round is
was
on.
wild.
No, I turned off the other stuff so I don't get in trouble.
All right, okay. I didn't want to. Yeah, I just was playing some soccer in the background, watching it just for the sake
Yeah,
of for something different. So, did you
but
get your
what
Twitch?
I was saying, I would
Uh,
do cleaning tips, Fraser. Who knows them better? Like the other day, you and I talked about cleaning the glass on the oven.
yeah, I could do
Well,
that. Yeah.
you could do that without, like if you're mentioning brand names that you buy in Scotland, I'm
Hmm.
probably not going to walk into the store here in the US and find that same product. So maybe break it down and say, well, this contains these ingredients. If
Yeah,
it's got, you know, baking soda and vinegar is what I use. If it's got those ingredients, then bazinga, it's going to
yeah,
work.
yeah. I got to
So
try.
I don't
Maybe
know
I'll get see what I
if
can do. So it's difficult to go live in somebody's house, or it's just more protecting your client as well. You can't just I could do
Oh
your
yeah,
show
yeah. You'd have to do it from where you're sitting right now, not show
technically.
somebody's house because they're
It's
going to go,
kind
"Oh,
of
did you have a picture of my oven on this?" Well, I want a percentage. You made $50. I should get $6.33 from that.
no, I wouldn't have. Yeah, I mean, it's not
Yeah,
really.
that'd be
No,
crazy.
no. Anyway, that's just a bit. No, I mean, did you get your Twitch sorted, Randy? Yeah.
No, I can't get it to work on the phone, the comments, but I can broadcast. I don't know. I was on Twitch just for a few minutes. I do really well on Twitch.
Uh-huh.
I actually have a good little following, and I've been having problems for a few weeks, and I'm not sure what it is. I have to
I saw you
write.
broadcasting, Randy.
Yeah, I was just doing a test, and then we only had like 25 people at the max because usually I was maintaining it, but since I had the tech glitch, I've kind of leave the Twitch alone.
Right.
Maybe tomorrow. I plan on staying home tomorrow, so I'll try to figure out and solve that.
Have you got many plans for the last couple of weeks before you head back, or any major things you're going to do?
Well, my main plan I can't do. I want to go to Mindanao, and I can't go there without a big quarantine and a lot of headaches. So
It's a nightmare. It's not so good. So you're just gonna.
Now, if let's say you won the lottery and you wanted to travel from Philippines to the U.S. of A., can you do that now with Biden at the helm, or is it still a lockdown?
I do not know what's going on.
Oh, okay. I was just curious.
I don't have no idea what they're doing. Is the U.S. closed now?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a travel
I
agent.
don't think
just
so. I don't
curious.
know. Really don't know.
If you
Yeah.
come
Of
course, you're talking
directly from America, nobody wants you. Nobody wants you in the country, and
Yeah.
it will make you. They don't. You're banned. You can't even come here.
Well, I know in the instance of in the Hawaiian Islands, when my nephew goes there to work, he has to quarantine for 14 days before he can get to the job. It's crazy. He said he would never live in Hawaii now because of the restrictions they've got in place.
Yeah, I
And
know
it-
people
Guy,
that went to Hawaii and they had to stay in a hotel room 14 days before they were allowed outside.
Yeah.
I think it's the norm.
I'm gonna.
Now, Richard, where were you stationed when you were in the Air Force? My dad's retired Air Force. You're listening to an Air Force brat. I know all kinds of
Oh,
war stories.
Well, Randy and Frazier both know that I'm 20 years Air Force. I've been out longer than I've been in, but 13 years of the 20 we're overseas, 7 in Italy. I've been to the Philippines. I was in the main Luzon island there, where north of where Randy's at a radar station called Wallace Air Station for a year. I've been to Korea. Was over, like I said, Italy, and my last duty before getting out was at outside Tokyo at Yokota Air Base.
So, what decades were you in the service then?
I went active 1977 September, and then retired October of 97.
The bell that rang when you said Korea. My father was stationed in Korea right after the Korean conflict ended, our war,
Okay.
whatever you want to call it. And he was in
Yeah.
duty. He's in the air police, and they guarded the trains that were transferring prisoners from the south back to the north, right? Well, the first, I don't know at what time interval that part of the story was left out, but some of the guys didn't want to surrender in the north. So there was a guy that would take pot shots at the train, and he never hit anything. And they ignored him. They let it go by. One day he shot at the train, and he hit the goddamn 50-cup coffee pot and killed it. Well, the next day the train went up, and they had a 50 caliber set up, and you can shoot those single shot, as you know. And they took care of that guy. They nailed him because he crossed over that line from being a non-significant, person to being, oh my God, that's the guy that shot the coffee pot. He's going to have to die. That's unpardonable sin.
I'll beg you director, Randy, so you can invite people if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy, like I said, I've been out, and that's a good story because, hearing those stories and your father passed, right?
Yeah, he's passed away in 16.
Yeah. Okay. Those are the stories I love hearing. I've been out like 20 years, and when I did the 20 I was in, we butted heads against the Soviet Union, and nothing like the dynamics of what's going on in the world today and over the last 20 years, I guess. So I was sort of glad I was out, but I have 2 nephews that were in, one that's still in, will probably stay in. It's a whole different game now.
Oh, I'm sure.
Things are getting interesting.
I was in the Army. I hated every damn day of it. It was torture.
And the funny thing is about idiosyncrasies that you acquire from being in the service. Now, Richard, you've been in the service enough years in the Air Force. You can't wait in line for nothing. That was one of my dad's idiosyncrasies. And where that would happen is at Costco. The big Costco store would have whatever on sale, and we'd go there to stock the larder. And Dad would say, I'm going out to the car. You guys can stay here with the cart and finish. I've got everything in there I need, and I can't stand waiting in line. And I said, well, what? So I asked him about that one time. I said, well, what's the deal? He says, in the service, you stand in line for everything. You stand in line for chow. You stand in line for vaccination.
That was the one constant and one thing you could count on whole time you're in the service is you're going to wait for one thing or the other. So just get used to the waiting.
Yeah, the official thing has always been hurry up and wait.
You got a cup of tea.
Yeah.
That is the motto when you're in the military. It's hurry up and wait. I must have hurry up and waited 10 million times.
When you were in Italy, was the fog real bad in Italy? Like I've
had its moments.
Yeah, I've experienced fog in the UK when you could hold your hand out in front of you. Let me see if I get this right. You could hold your
Yeah.
hand out like that and not be able to see your hand. It was that damn thick.
We had that fog at Fort
was-
Ord, California, up in the Bay Area. You go into the formation
Yeah,
and you couldn't
Army,
even see the guy next to you to line up.
Yep.
You were Army, weren't you, Randy?
Yes.
Okay. And what did you do? What was your MOS?
I was just 11 Bravo, complete grunt.
Oh, grunt. Okay. Yeah, my kid brother was a grunt in the Marine Corps there and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah.
And when I got out, I could, tackle lions and throw rhinoceroses.
Oh,
It
yeah.
didn't really help me in real life. I mean, we were lean and
Well,
mean
not
when we
unless-
got over
If you got a job at the zoo,
there.
as a quality assurance person or something.
I don't know. I didn't enjoy my military. I stayed in my minimal years that I had to, and I got out. I didn't like it. But then again, my MOS was just, I was in the field most of the time.
Yeah.
So when you're
I
in
have a
the
sister
field
who was
the
in the
whole
Army.
time, there's nothing good about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
My
were
sister was-
eating,
And she retired actually 3 years early because she was one of 5 women when the United States was deployed there in Somalia, Mogadishu. She had to stay right on the post, but because of her MOS, it was computer networking and all that stuff like that from a Connex that went up to the satellites and stuff. And she retired after she left there. The Army opened up a retirement to where she got out 3 years early, and she's now, well, she's been living in Arizona at Fort Huachuca, where she works, does the same job, but she doesn't have to do the grunt work that Randy. So she's enjoying being on an Army post again because she's a civilian contractor.
We had PT our whole life. It never stopped.
well, that's why you could wrestle lions and stuff.
We had to get up in the morning with our 5-mile run, all our exercise, and then 5 miles again in the evening. It was, we were lean and mean. We could run 10, 20 miles a day without a problem.
Yeah, the Army and Marines were like that back in the day. I was at a country club. We didn't do that when I was in the Air Force unless you did it yourself.
Yeah, we were the ones who made it all the way through. We were lean and mean. We lost a lot of people. I couldn't believe the amount of people we lost during basic. We probably lost 30-40% of the people couldn't make it through.
Wow.
They would
Oh, you
get
mean
recycled.
They would ring the bell or whatever and say, I want out. Yeah.
No, they won't let you out. They recycle you. You got to start over.
Oh.
Sorry, over.
Oh,
Yeah,
they were
where'd
still
you-
in the Army. They just weren't in your platoon or company or
Yeah,
whatever.
they got recycled. They had to restart training all over again from scratch.
Oh, ouch.
And then about 3 to 5% of those end up getting sent home. They couldn't make it. You got people from all walks of life, and then you throw them into this regime, and in a few weeks they have to be able to run 5 miles. Now, I was only 17, so I was already totally fit, and I was active, snow skiing, motorcycles. I was a very active person young, so it didn't really affect me. But anybody that had 30 pounds on him, he couldn't handle it.
Randy, were you drafted or did you volunteer?
I volunteered.
Ah,
That's
okay.
the worst part about it. I signed up for that crap.
Well, was your dad in the service? Is that why you did it, or just what happened?
No, my dad was in the Navy when he was young. I just got out of high school. I was 17. I just graduated. And I thought it would be a good experience to get out and travel around at the government's expense. I didn't know I'd be walking.
Uh-huh.
I thought we'd at least use. We weren't even mechanized. We walked everywhere.
Yeah, the recruiters have a gift of telling a much more chrome on the fender story than what happens for real.
If they let everybody out who wanted out during basic, there would be no Army.
Ha. Yeah, I got 2 nephews, one in the Army, and one that went into the Marines. And first, he's changed his MOS. I'm not even sure what he's doing this week. He started off, he wanted to be a demolitions guy. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to guard embassies. I'll go all over the world guarding the embassy, like in wherever. Then I said, is he still in that? No, now he's doing, I forget what he's doing now, something else. So, no telling.
Richard's cloned himself.
Oh my God. He looks just like the Richard in the other picture. Isn't that? So you just join up on other devices. I never tried that before.
His connection, it's knackering his connection completely, literally.
Yeah, you'd have to be on a really high speed. Speaking of high speed, so now in Scotland you probably got bandwidth up the gazoo, but here in the States, my youngest son has got 400 meg down speed that he's paying for. He's paying for 400, and he did a speed testing and was getting 54. So he went up like an infield fly. I mean, he says, "What the heck?" And so he called the provider. They rolled the truck. A guy went out there. He performed, you know where a node is, right? Where everything hooks up. He performed about 40 tests on the node, and it failed on about 2/3 of them. I said, "Well, you found the problem." He says, "Yeah," and he put a bigger cable. You know, like RG58 is that real fine cable. Well, he got like an RG8, big fat cable to handle the water coming in from the street.
So I'm here. We got fiber here at the house.
Yeah. Well, that's what he's saying I need to get when I move over there. And I'm telling, I've got tweaked and running good 100 meg download speed. I don't have a real sense of, oh my God, I got to get something better. But now since he's had the problem, Randy, I read all the other comments in the Facebook stream where people were griping about lack of service and so forth. And I'm going, God, am I moving into a food desert, except it's an internet desert?
Where is this at?
It's about an hour away from where I live now. And it's on the same cable company, Spectrum. So I already contacted Spectrum and said, when I move from here to there, do I just take my router and everything that I'm getting from you guys, take it with me so you don't have to bring in a new one? Yeah, you can do that. And so now I'm kind of at the ease. I'm going to use the same hardware. And if I get the same quality of service coming down the pipe, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, the whole quality of service, it doesn't matter what kind of connection you have. If they block half the pipe, it don't really matter.
Right. But
they throttle you, they block you. I can get a great connection on a DSL line. Yeah. Sometimes better than a fiber.
I'm trying to see if I can hit this as my first line. I've got 230. Oh, it's got 242. I'm seeing if I get 8 people and I can meet that one target on that. Really, just for the sake of, I just want to have that one. Hey, Rich is back. Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry. I
made you a director just so you can make it easier to pop back on.
No, you don't have to make
good debate. France supports meetings like this broadcast.
So when they run,
I want you to get to the 250, Fraser. That's why I'm hanging out with you. We're going to get you to the 250.
If I just get to 250, I'll be quite happy. I'll just be quite happy for that one, number one on my list on behind the scenes. At least I've accomplished that one, which would be quite nice.
Well, think of it, Richard. Think of it like a billable hour. Like, because you're here helping, then send them an invoice. That's what PayPal's for.
It was it was good.
I've known Fraser guy since the Blab days, so it's out of friendship and stuff like that. That's the thing.
I have a podcast because of this guy. I don't remember if I met him only on Blab or maybe before Blab. I don't know.
It was Blab. It was just Blab.
Really. Oh, it was. And Fraser one Thursday afternoon says, "Hey, I'm thinking, you should do a podcast. You could call it the Cook Report, and I've made up some graphics for you." And so the following Monday, I said, "Here's the first episode. What do you think?" And he goes, "Well, no, I was just doing a what if. I don't mean for you to start." I said, "No, I've been planning it for months, and graphics being created was one of the fences I had to jump over. So now they've taken that off the table. I figured, well, hell, I might as well just do it."
The rest is history. It's been how many years now? It's been
This is our 5th year.
5th year. Wow.
Yeah, it started in January 2016.
2016. I started. That's crazy. Time flies. Wow.
Yeah, that's all you have to do to see the time fly is when Kelvin, you know who Kelvin is?
Yeah.
That's this guy we know in England, in Cambridge. He puts up pictures of his grandkids. And I've seen those grandkids from when they were first born. And now Isabella is like 5. Okay. I'm going, yeah, that'll age you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just trying to get to this 250 mark, and at least I can go, hey, I've done it, just for the sake of it.
What are we at? Oh, we're at 246 now. You got 4 more.
Yeah, I've got all right. Okay, I'm 245.
Yeah, it's always good to have a little bit over the 246 there, over the 250 there. So
I think I mean, I was going to Randy Michael's broadcast. It was certainly interesting. It was actually quite a good broadcast. It was interesting topics. I did like.
Which one?
I said it was a decent broadcast with the topic you're talking about and debating with Hans.
I like how Randy, before I had to bail to do some stuff here, Randy was taking, I'd say, was Randy really saying no? And he was just playing the opposite of the discussion, which I thought is pretty cool. It was like, I think it surprised Michael and the other guy there, Randy.
I never agree with anybody, and I do it on purpose. It's actually quite easy because most of them are wrong.
Well, it's job security.
And also, most of the people that are debating something are not really, they couldn't get to the fact of the actual debate. They go into a realm of the debate that doesn't cover the whole circumference of the actual subject. They concentrate. It's like worrying about your car maintenance, but forget the tires. No, it's a package here, buddy.
Oh, good point.
Exactly.
Yeah, they pick out tidbits and they don't really concentrate. I tend to focus on the whole picture and don't look at the small parts fall in place. Business is just different for me.
Oh, 250.
Hang on.
Is that
an alarm?
Yeah. When he hits 250, it sets off that noise.
A lapse feature.
Yeah. You have to have the premium package to have the app alarm.
Why are you broadcasting up and down? Why are you broadcasting this way, I wonder?
He's on a phone, I guess.
Oh.
Because down at the bottom where it shows the different picture layouts, they're all in portrait mode on a phone. So I'm thinking that must be it.
Are you on a phone, Fraser?
No, I'm on my desktop. That was my phone was ringing. My sister thought.
No, but why are we all in this, not in landscape?
I mean, or can we choose a different one?
No, landscape.
There we go.
You have to go into your settings, not the
I'm
four
not
little
using my
pictures.
phone. I'm using my desktop.
Yeah, but you've got it in portrait mode, not in landscape.
Can you change that?
When you set up
You
your
got to change it
broadcast,
when you start.
I know you can change landscape and portrait on your phone, but I didn't realize you can do it on your desktop.
Yeah, you can do landscape on the desktop.
All right.
That's the only way I roll.
So how did you do that then? I didn't realize that more.
I think what Randy said is correct, that you do it at the outset when you first set it up. I don't think you can do it in stream.
I did not realize that.
You can't change it while you're in stream.
That might be why. So I'll put Randy, the king of the Philippines.
There we go.
So you didn't know how to do that, right?
But I didn't know how to do. I just clicked it. You're on the wide, so that makes it a bit.
See something. That
explains why you don't have children. Maybe you started out wrong. Move to the next one.
Fraser, did you make me a director? Could I change it in the settings?
I'm not sure. You probably can. I'm not sure. I made you a director. Yeah, you invite people if you
No,
want.
it's not letting me do it.
No, I don't think you can change the.
No, I think you're right, Guy.
You can't. Well, I think it's probably at the start. I didn't think you could do that as you were coming in on the desktop. That was why.
No, once you've started, it's over.
Yeah.
never mind.
You're at the mercy of the computer that knows how to add
Mhm.
and remember things. That's it.
That's
all
weird
we-
because every other app you can just turn the phone back and forth and it switches for you.
Yeah, it's a bit weird one. I did not realize that. You learn something new every day. There we go. I'm trying to just.
Well, now that you've reached 250 in
You reached
portrait
250.
mode,
Oh, it's 250 on your screen now. It's still
Yeah.
249 on my screen. I'm still waiting.
well, you have to refresh then.
Well, I can't. I need
You're
to catch
You're
it. I'll
not
catch
getting a
up.
big number.
There's a delay on it. That's all.
Oh, okay.
There's
Oh, it's that the intercontinental lag.
Yeah, it's not quite reached
All right,
that.
Andrew, you
in the
got your
Philippines,
number. I'm going to go to bed. I'm tired. It's like
That's
1:30
good.
in the
Bad.
morning.
You got to bed, mate, because I'll catch you no doubt when you wake up in the morning. So a mile later on when you're up.
Oh yeah, that's right, Randy.
Take it
Night.
easy.
Okay, Randy. We'll see you after you get some sleep.
All right,
It'll be our
Take it easy, man. All the best. Go. Thank you. So we just
ciao
got
for now, sir.
the random number. So what if I can
Oh,
probably
yeah.
the way to get that number is if I pop into my own broadcast on a.
Well, you know how Richard did it a minute ago when he went 2 devices? Maybe if you come in and start a broadcast on the other device.
Well,
and
I've just done it now.
import this one.
Now 251 on my screen, which is done. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got
I got
50.
52.
there we
Yeah,
go.
But are you on mobile, Fraser?
No, the desktop.
Oh, you're on the desktop. You
Yeah.
can't change. Oh, okay. Yeah,
So,
gotcha.
at least I've hit the magic number. There we go. Just
Yeah.
in the morning.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Now that
Straight
you're
to
a
the battle.
a big famous guy, try to remember us little people that help push you up there. Okay?
I could probably come in and list on my mobile. Let me just try this. I could probably watch it because you just need to get the
Yeah.
viewers.
Because that's what I tried doing earlier. I wanted to go to the mobile because Randy has done that a couple times. I've noticed, and I thought it wasn't going to really.
Yeah.
I don't
Comes
think
in
it
my
screwed
phone.
anything up on your end.
Then I can come out the phone and I'll add the numbers. There we go. That's it. 'Cause you can come in and out a few times and just drop it. You could spend all day just coming in and out. So you could.
I know on Get Vocal that it's pretty seamless over on that platform, but
Yeah.
you know, as far as going from mobile to desktop and vice versa, I think with Haps it's still being beta. It's got to be hammered out or something like that.
I'm quite glad they lowered the. I'm quite glad they lowered the number because I don't think I'd be sitting here for a wee while yet to get to 500.
Another hour.
Yeah.
Go for an hour and 10
Yeah,
minutes,
that's
so-
when you get a cardboard cutout of your face and set it up in front of the camera.
The
Just
exit
leave.
guy.
Come back Thursday and see if you made it or not.
Exactly, exactly. I'm quite glad they lowered it.
That's like,
I can hopefully I can go to my your profile.
Get one of those little jib jab animations so the mouth would move.
I'm not finished it yet, so if I hit the
Sing the ABC song, some sort of chat.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go start preparing some dinner. I've got to type up some invoices, and I'm gonna.
Yeah, it's got to be that dinner time should be coming up here on the clock. It's
Yeah, for me.
9:25 in the morning.
You guys are about to get
lunchtime
you
here.
have lunch-
Where are you at, guy?
He's in California.
Walla Walla, Washington. So if you're looking at the map,
Oh,
of
Washington State. Okay. Okay. Well, I know where Walla was. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, 10 miles above
Mhm.
Oregon and 100 miles
Gotcha.
'Cause you're-
west of, or no, east of, no, I'm west of Idaho. 100 miles west of
Okay.
Idaho, 10 miles north
Gotcha.
of Oregon.
Just
Down
give
in
you-
the corner.
give you a
Yep.
temperature.
Okay. Very good. Very good to meet you, sir.
It's
You too.
36 degrees here.
Oh, it's not 36 here.
25 degrees Fahrenheit in New York, the snow,
Right.
and in Walla Walla, it
It's-
is 55.
you're gonna
It's
think-
hot.
Yeah,
warm
you're
in
thinking your app is broken. I posted on Facebook this morning. I said, well, my weather app on the phone broke because it says it's 50 degrees. January 31st is not supposed to be 50 degrees. It must be broken.
Yeah. You got
Yeah.
warm weather. You got
Yeah,
that
we got-
warm.
You've got
A
57
warm
tomorrow.
breeze going through. Yeah, but can you do wind speed on that?
The problem is you've got a low humidity, and you've got where feels like 52, Wind,
And the
is
wind-
12 miles an hour.
Oh, it's dropped
Oh, you
down.
got high winds.
Yeah, earlier this morning it was 21, and
Those
that's
are the-
steady, not gusty.
That's our
It was-
weather at the moment.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's Edinburgh.
Wow.
But our humidity is 83%.
So now,
Yeah.
does that mean when it's 36? So that means there won't be a walkabout today, then, right?
Well, I was going
Yeah.
to walk out. It's just dark now, but I'm going for a walk. It's just it was we've got 30% chance. We've got a snow forecast for maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, but tomorrow probably more higher ground. But it's just because the lower ground is quite humid.
Yeah.
But the weather's weird at this time of year. I'll be glad when it gets to. I mean, we're already getting our lighter nights, so it's not getting as dark as early. So hopefully,
Yeah, we're getting a minute each day.
yeah,
Each day on either
Oh
end.
yeah. Yeah.
It's all good. Well, guys, I'm gonna.
Fraser,
I've hit that.
thank you very much for letting me come in. Grateful.
Just have it just relax right now. We're just
Now, are we automatically added to a mailing list now that we've hit 255?
yeah.
So then you're going to spam us forever.
I know, no, it's all right. Don't worry, it's all in the invoice. It's all good.
All right.
Right, guys.
Ciao
take it
for
easy.
now.
Go. Take it easy. Bye bye now.